Hi, I'm Horny Ramen and welcome to my kitchen. Together we're going to look at all things ramen, some things not ramen, and pretty much anything I love to eat. Today we're going to look at making ramen eggs. Let's go for a ride. Believe it or not, this is part of the ramen noodle episode, but while we're waiting the hour to turn our ramen noodles into something that we can work with, we're going to do eggs. And these are the flavored eggs that everybody loves. What we're going to do is we're going to take our eggs, we're going to boil them for 7 minutes. Eggs got to start at room temperature, we're not going to start them cold. We'll take them out, we'll put them in an ice dunk, and then after that we'll add them to a ziplock bag full of the marinade ingredients. Ingredients consist of water, soy sauce, and mirin. Now there's two types of soy sauce. There's koikuchi and usakuchi. Koikuchi is the darker one, which typically has less salt than the usakuchi. Usakuchi is the lighter sauce, which has more of a salt content. But you can find it in the store. In the Kikkoman world, you have the regular one. This would be called a koikuchi soy sauce, and the usakuchi is usually identified saying usukuchi. Yep. So different flavors. If you get both, give them both a taste, you'll see what the difference is. It's actually pretty interesting. While we're gonna heat up the water, we'll make the marinade. We need, for this recipe, I'm gonna do 12 eggs. So that's 540 cc's of water, 180 cc's of shoyu, and the same amount of mirin. So let's measure it up. Now, in a lot of cooking disciplines, it's all about the knives. Everybody's got to have fancy knives. Ramen cooking, it's all about the ladles. So, I'll tell you about these. The idea behind making ramen is that you've got the same quantities of stuff every time that you pour a bowl. And the idea is that you want to make a consistent version of your ramen, because in the real world, people line up around the block to get exactly your version of the ramen. When somebody comes and has it, they know that they're going to get the exact same taste that they had last time. So part of that is ladle size. Where you see that over there? 300 cc's. The cc is a milliliter, so you got a 300 cc scoop, you've got a 100 cc scoop, and then you've got smaller denominations as well. You can use them interchangeably for measuring stuff, but it makes it really handy instead of having to use a measuring cup, because you already know what you got when it's full up. So let's start breaking down our quantities. Let's try that again, because apparently I just did the last one on time lapse. Looked like I was working a lot faster than I was. So we're going to use our ladles to collect the 540 cc's of water. So we got 300 there. These are 100 twice. Okay. And that's 530 and 10. That's 540 milliliters of filtered water. We're only going to drink filtered water on this cook. Alright, next we're going to get our soy sauce. So we've got our 180 cc's we want. So we've got a 100, and 50, and 30. Let's set it at 180. Add that to water. And then we're going to go for the mirin, 100. Slower. Mirin is a type of concentrated sake that's been simmered down. Notice, cooking a lot of Japanese food, that a lot of the recipes are soy sauce, mirin, and rice vinegar and sake. Oops. I almost put the wrong stuff in there. 100, 150. Gotta give it a little shake until it all comes out. There we go. Another 30 cc's to beat the 180. Have to buy some more of that. Okay, so 180 cc's of mirin into the same mix. It's kind of like a syrup, and it tastes. Oh man, that stuff tastes really good on its own. It's kind of like a honey. Oh yeah, stand by for the eggs. And my water's boiling, so let's go check it out. Alright, now that we got our water up to a good boil, we want to leave enough space in there for the eggs to go in. I'm just going to put 6 in at a time, because as you put them in, it's really delicate that you don't bounce them off the bottom and they crack. Their timer set for 7 minutes. Some people say that it's a good idea to pop a pinhole in the bottom of the egg, but I've never found it makes a difference. It's more important that it's at room temperature before you drop it in. So here we go. Eggs down. Start the clock. It's important to make sure that the water keeps boiling during the egg cook. I set my stove to just below maximum. I'm ready to take them out, see if I can get them all on the same spider, and there we go. shut up at you. Okay, we're gonna put them directly in the ice bath. All right, while we're boiling off the other eggs, I've taken the eggs and just bust it in the bottom of the shell. It'll make it easier to peel later. These eggs are gonna sit in the freezing water for about 5-10 minutes. All right, well, now that we're here, let's peel our eggs, but let's do them in time-lapse style. How do you do that? I have no idea how to use this thing.
There's always a chance you can break a couple eggs while you're doing this, so it's a good idea to make a few extras just because it takes so long to prepare them. You can see I lost 2 on the right side there.
All right, now we'll transfer our marinade into the Ziploc bag. Put your bag into a small bowl. You also want to be able to peel off that little membrane thing that grows on the egg as well. That shouldn't be going in the bag either. There you go. These guys. We're going to seal that up. Take all the air out. And stick it in the fridge overnight.
The best way to cut the egg is to use unflavored dental floss. Just hold the egg against the string and push it on through. Beautiful every time. I'll demonstrate what happens when you cut an egg with a knife. Even if the knife is really sharp, the creamy yolk will stick to the side of the blade and deform the shape of the egg. If presentation is what you're going for, use a string.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode about ramen eggs. If you like this video, click like, and if you want to see more, click subscribe. See you next time. A little togarashi on that one. All right. Itadakimasu.
It's all right.